Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Nandi. If you do know me, welcome back to another video. I am super excited to be filming this video, but before we get into it, go ahead, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, okay? And now that we've done that, we can talk some more. I can chit chat. I am filming a different type of video for my channel. I am super excited. I've never filmed one of these before. This will, I guess, technically be like a girl chat video, but pretty much, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, to be honest, but pretty much I just want to come on here and talk to you guys about some lessons or gems that I learned when I was in my 20s. Currently, as I'm filming this video, it is my birthday, okay? It is literally Tuesday, October 8th. And if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, I'll put my Instagram here on the screen. But if you follow me on Instagram, you know how old I'm turning today. If you don't, but you are keeping up with my channel, you would know that I filmed a birthday video last year. So you know how old I am. I'm not going to say it here, okay? A woman never tells. But anywho, I've actually had the notes for this video. You guys know I always have my notes on my phone. And I've had these notes since last year, you guys, which is insane. So I simply just have not had the time to sit down and film this video, but I am glad that I am finally doing this because it's something that's been on my heart for quite some time now. I feel like your 20s is such a vital part in time within anyone's life, and so I definitely want to take the time out to tell you guys some things and lessons that I have learned.
X out the outside noise. You are it, I'm it, we're gonna be it together. We are the it girls. What you need me to do? Tag me in.
Let's go ahead and get into this video. So before we get started, I guess in my phone I sort of put things in categories. So we're gonna start number one with my life category, or things that I learned in general, I would say. So the first thing that I have on here, number one, comparison is the thief of joy. Run your own race. Ooh. Run your own race. I feel like this is so important. And in parentheses, I talked a little bit about like social media. There were plenty of times within my life that I ended up taking social media cleanses, meaning deleted all my apps except for YouTube, but deleted all of my apps and simply just did not watch what anybody else had going on. I was focused on myself. I was focused on my goals, the things that I wanted to achieve. And sometimes I feel like it can be hard to not compare when you're consistently seeing what everybody else is doing, what everyone else has going on. It can be difficult. And I feel like even if you don't always think that you are, sometimes it may be a small part of you, or you know, something within your head that will start comparing just a little bit. Oh, this person has a car, this person moved out at this age, this person did this. Then you start to feel like I'm behind. Oh my goodness, like I'm not where these other people are that are my age. And so for me, I definitely highly recommend social media cleanses. I definitely recommend, you know, just taking the time sometimes just to focus on yourself, because once again, comparison is a thief of joy. And also along with that, in social media, sometimes it's just okay to keep things private. You don't have to share every little detail about your life. Not everybody needs to know. Your close circle, those people that really love you, that really care about you, yes, maybe you want to share a lot of things or majority of things with them, but the whole world, they don't need to know. Needless to say, they do not always need to know. So that's another pro tip that I have for you guys. Number two, I have on here, pray about it, but also put in the work. I believe in this so much. Once again, I don't even think that needs an explanation. Definitely pray about things. You know what you have to do. You know, I'm big on planning out your next moves. There's nothing wrong with jotting things down, and I do that even with my goals for every year. I always write out my goals physically. It's good to do that, and you know, do what you got to do, but definitely put in the work. The next thing that I have on here is very, very important to pour into yourself always. And I know, I feel like it's even for me as a person, I feel like I'm always kind of on the go. Nandi is always doing something. But the more that I have gotten older, I've realized that it's so important just to set aside time for myself, just to do things that make me happy, just to do things to pour into my own cup. Especially because you guys know, or if you're new to my channel, I am a nurse practitioner. And so I'm also in a field where I feel like I'm constantly giving to others all the time, taking care of others all the time. And you have to pour into yourself. You just have to, because you can't give when you have nothing in your cup for yourself. So definitely, you know, do whatever makes you happy, but be sure you're taking care of yourself as well. Ooh, next one that I have on here, I'm very big on this. You guys know, if you watched any of my past videos, hashtag no regrets. No regrets. And for me, I definitely feel like I am the type of person that really tries to live like this, because at the end of the day, you only have one life. You only have one life. And I never want to be that type of person that's like, oh, I wish I would have, or I should have did this, or I could have done this. To me, it's just not worth it. You know, I'd rather know that I have given something my all, that I've tried, and I can be content with that. Knowing that I tried at one point, I'm happy with that. But I never want to look back and say, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You have one life. Do what you have to do. Do what makes you happy. But I'm very big on that. No regrets, okay? This other one, woo, I feel like it took me such a long time to get to this point, which is crazy, but you definitely want to be your biggest fan. Sometimes you just have to hype yourself up. You just have to. You just have to, because it's not always going to be other people who will do that for you. And you should want people in your circle that do as well, you know, that believe in you, that motivate you, that encourage you. But at the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier, you're the one that has to put in the work in this life. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to do what you have to do to look after you. And because of that, it's very important that you instill in yourself that confidence to pursue whatever it is you want to do day to day out here. Life is tough, okay? Life is tough, and unfortunately, you know, life is life. Life can be cruel, life can be hard, and you have to believe in yourself. You have to be your biggest fan always. Okay, guys, so next, I guess category we can say is in regards to friendships. So category 2, friendships here. Big one, big one. Number 1 here, you are who your friends are. And I feel like that applies to everybody. That applies to women, that applies to men. You are who your friends are. And one thing I can say I love about my tribe, I love about my circle, they're a reflection of me. They are a reflection of me, okay? I feel like that says a lot. You are who your friends are. And so I feel like we live in a time period as well where, I don't know, I just feel like you see a lot of pretty girls hanging out with a lot of cute other pretty girls, but where's the substance? You get what I'm saying? Where's the substance? Life is not just about the aesthetics, the vibes. Oh, she's cute, she got 1 trillion followers, let me be her friend. Because I'm big on the fact, like, if something was to happen to me tomorrow, could I pick up the phone and call you or no? Like, could I pick up the phone knowing that you're gonna have my back, that you're gonna ride for me, or no? And if the answer is no, then baby, we don't need to be friends. Like, we don't need to be friends. You don't need to have 1 billion friends either, and I'll add that in there. Like, it's better to have 5 or 4 really, really good friends, and that's something my mom has always taught me. It's good to have 5, 4 friends that are real, that are solid, than to have 20 friends that literally, you know, they don't inspire you, they don't encourage you, motivate you, they literally lack substance as a person, who wants that? You know, like who wants that? So that is something I am really, really big on. Ooh, this one. We getting deep now. We getting deep. You'll have different friends for different reasons. And one of my friends actually taught me this lesson in my 20s. Sometimes you have different friends for different reasons, even sometimes different seasons, to be honest. And that is okay. It's important to know that, you know, you may have this friend that's, you know, your study friend, you know, that they're reliable, they'll always hold you accountable when it's time to study, X, Y, and Z. You may have one friend that's your workout friend. And you know they're gonna motivate you, encourage you to get into the gym. Okay, you may have one friend that's your turn up friend. You get my gist here. You have different friends sometimes for different reasons, and that is okay. Not everybody needs to be, you know, that friend that just encompasses everything. Sometimes that's not realistic, to be honest. So that's tea right there. The next one, ooh, this one really applies to me. Really applies to me, that I had to learn. You can't expect you from people. You cannot always expect you from people. And that's something I really had to learn. And that one was a tough lesson for me to learn, because I am the type of person, I'm a very loving person, and like I'll go all out for people. Especially in my heart, if I feel like I care about you, especially like on a deep level, I'll go all out for you. But at the same time, I personally had to learn I can't expect that from other people. If that's where my heart is, other people, they may not, you know, they may not be there. They may not be there yet with me. And so I had to learn a lot that I just can't expect me from people. And that's okay. I'm big on reciprocation, and I kind of had to learn the hard way. You know, I just, at this point, I treat people how they treat me. You know, those people that go all out for me, I go all out for them. But I don't want to be doing the most for people when I know that they won't do the same for me. The next bullet point that I have on here, there are boundaries and lines that shouldn't be crossed, even in friendships with other women. Woo! At the end of the day, I just feel like there's certain things that as a friend I personally learn not to tolerate, and a lot of that deals with just disrespect. I feel like you have boundaries, you have lines that shouldn't be crossed in relationships, whether that's with, I'm talking in regards to a partner, but even relationships with women, your friendships, I feel like the same rules should apply. So definitely know your boundaries. And it's okay to have conversations about things that are done. But if people cross your own personal boundaries, sometimes it just needs to be a lesson learned that friendship, it just, maybe that was just the end, you know? It wasn't time to continue that friendship, and that is okay. The next bullet point that I have on here, is to assess your role. This is good. Assess your role in people's lives, and don't take it personal if you realize you're not one of their quote unquote top friends. I feel like, especially with women, girls, you know, a lot of people have like their girl group, their girl clique, meaning like a bunch of girls that you always tend to hang out with, X, Y, and Z. But the point is, you may not be at the top of everyone's list as a friend, and that is something you just have to assess. And when you peep it, just be like, okay, you know, it's cool, we can still be friends, but obviously I may not be I may not be up there like I thought mentally in my head that I was. And you just got to take it with a grain of salt and call it a day. Once again, treat people how they treat you, and learn that lesson and keep it pushing. This one, girl, this one right here, definitely had to learn big time. A friend that gossips to you it's gossiping about you to other people too. Best believe that. And I can just drop the mic on that one. Best believe that. You think it's not happening or they're not talking about you, sis, but they are. They are. So my best advice is stay away from those girls that all they like to do is gossip about other people, other people's business, what other people have going on, because they are doing the exact same about you. Now we can get into the tea, the real tea, okay? We're going into relationships in regards to partners, right? Dating, okay? Number one. Oh, this one is deep. Oh, God. Oh. This one is tea. A man that chooses you will always treat you better than the man that you choose. Girl, I don't even feel like that needs any type of explanation, but you want somebody that is going to choose you. You want somebody that is going to choose you. You can't, most of the times I feel like you try to, I don't want to say force, but you know, I guess as a woman, pursue a man. And I'm a strong believer, a man should be pursuing you, period. A man that chooses you will most likely treat you better, respect you more, everything. Whole better experience than a man that you as a woman choose. Don't let that go over your head now. Don't let that go over your head. Next bullet point. Study your partner and he should be studying you. I love that. I feel like I'm the type of person, I like the little things. It's the little things that mean the most to me. So I truly appreciate having a partner that studies me. It's not necessarily I have to tell you all the time, I like this and I like that and I like this. It's just somebody that picks up on the tiny things. Like, yes, this is Nandi's favorite chocolate. This is Nandi's favorite X, Y, and Z. And I know because every time we go somewhere, she orders this or she wants this or asks for this. Somebody that studies you. I feel like it's so important, because I feel like as women, we're always kind of naturally like the planners. It's certain things that's sort of just always expected of us, I would say. And sometimes it's good to just every now and then lay back, because you know somebody else has been studying your wants, studying your needs, and they can go ahead and give that to you without you having to ask for it. The next bullet point, this one right here, oh goodness. Having high standards keeps you from having low quality experiences. I feel like I just need a moment of silence for that. The more as a woman that you bend your rules, right? You bend your boundaries, you bend certain things. I feel like the more you're kind of setting yourself up for that low quality experience. That's what I'm trying to say is always keep your standards high. Keep your standards high. If you want a man that is always opening the door for you, don't date nobody that's not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? Keep your standards high, and you know what you want at the end of the day. So the most important thing is for you to not settle. Because once you choose to settle, girl, you are going to be going through a whole lot of mess that you set yourself up for, because you chose to bend those boundaries. You chose to, you know, be like, oh, okay, you know, these are my rules, but this rule doesn't apply to this one because I like him so much. No, like, do not do that. Do not do that. You will have a very, very poor experience, or going through things that you know you have no business going through, all because you chose to, you know, decrease those standards. Keep your standards high, period. Okay. The next bullet point that I have on here, which I also had to learn with time and with age ain't nothing but a number, baby. Age ain't nothing but a number. And I say this to say, like, a lot of the times, especially, and I get why people say this, but you know, women and things like that, people always tell us, oh, just date older. Just date older. Like, if you want somebody that wants to be married, if you want somebody that wants to have kids with you, just date somebody that's older, because an older man will be ready for those things. And let me tell you, every man is different. And just because a man is a certain age, that does not necessarily mean that he will be ready for those things as a woman that you are ready for. The most important thing sometimes is here, mindset. The mindset of that man. Is he intentional? Does he know what he wants? Does he have a timeline, a plan for his life? Because I feel like a man that doesn't have any plans, any goals for himself, baby, he can't form any type of plans for the two of you. Okay? So age ain't nothing but a number. Do not think that you can go out here, find a man that's so and so age, and just he's gonna be the one. That is not always the case. I've literally talked to some men that are older and they're still not mentally here. They're not mentally ready. So you have to find somebody that is intentional no matter what the age is, and that wants to build that life with you regardless of their age. Okay? Don't make the age thing some magical woo, because girl, it's tough out here. It's tough out here, and that is not always the case. This next bullet point here, make sure that the man is healed and emotionally mature and available for you. So, long story short, men go through stuff too. Okay, men go through things too. And as human beings, we all, I feel like, have some type of healing internally. Like, we all could be better when it comes to certain things. We all have our own personal traumas. And I just feel like it's very important that you date a man that knows what things that they need to work on as a person, that has tried to heal from past relationships, heal as much as they can from past trauma. Because if not, a lot of the times, and even women too, if you bring those things, all of that baggage with you into said so new relationship, I feel like it just it goes downhill. It goes downhill. So you do want somebody that is healed and just, you know, as emotionally mature as possible. And for me, that also means being a good communicator. Somebody that can communicate with you, even if they have a bad day, right? They don't just go ghost on you all day because life is hard. They communicate with you. They say that, you know, X, Y, and Z happened. Like, you know, I'm so sorry. I just need, you know, a little bit of space for today. Is it okay if I just talk to you tomorrow? If we can chat tomorrow? Because I just had a rough day. Somebody that can tell me that, I am... Okay? Like, yes. Like, you want somebody that can do those things. The next bullet point that I have on here, really big. Do not, ladies, do not ignore the red flags. Whatever those red flags are that you notice in the beginning, girl, they just gonna keep popping up. They're gonna keep popping up in a relationship. They're gonna just, if not, turn into bigger flags. The little mini flag just gonna become bigger and bigger and bigger. Do not ignore the red flags. When you notice those things, let's go. Pack it up. Let's go. Time to go. Okay. The next bullet point that I have on here, if he really values you and cares about you, he will encourage you and want you to achieve your goals. For me, this was something that came up a lot for me. A lot. As you guys know, once again, I'm a nurse practitioner. So thus, especially if you are a nursing girly, medical profession girly, and you are watching this video, it's a different type of grind. It is a very different type of grind. And a lot of the times I feel like, you know, I would run into people that would take a lot of stuff personally in regards to, you know, maybe not spending as much time because I have to study or XYZ and the third. You get what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, I feel like if somebody truly loves you, if somebody truly cares about you, if somebody truly wants you to be happy as a person, they will encourage you, they will motivate you, they will want you to succeed, they want you to achieve your goals. And that's just that. And the same vice versa as a woman. When you really care about that man, you really want them to achieve their goals and X, Y, and Z, you're going to encourage them. Because you simply just want to see that person happy. You want to see all the hard work that they are putting in pay off. And I just feel like that's so important. You want somebody that can do those things. This one, ooh. And this is very big for me. How that man treats you when he is angry tells you everything. Everything that you need to know about that man. Everything that you need to know about that man. Thus what I'm saying, if he chooses that time to scream at you, call you names, belittle you, like bash you, disrespect you in any type of way, shape, or form, leave that man today. Like, I can't tell you what to do, but leave that man today. Okay? What? And it's just a different time period. It's a different time period. It's a different generation of these men out here. But you have a new wave, I feel like, of men too. They argue, you know, and as women, you know, we say they're quote unquote, they're sassy, right? He's gonna argue back with you. He wanna, you know, bring up old stuff. He wanna call you names. He wanna play games online. He wanna post negative things about you, or, you know, How he treats you when he is mad at you tells you everything that you need to know about that man. His maturity, how he really feels about you. Does he really love you? That one right there, I'm telling you. The last bullet point that I have on here is if he doesn't have a positive male role model, red flag. Red flag. And that doesn't always necessarily mean a father. But I do believe that men need at least one. It can be an uncle. It can be an older brother. It can be just a mentor. But I am strong in believing that. Because how is a man going to know, like, you deserve flowers if he's never seen his mom receive flowers? You know what I'm saying? And I will say, exception though, because I've also encountered men who have not seen those things, but they intentionally, as a man, want to be better. They intentionally want to be what it is they have not seen. And for those men that are like that, kudos, major kudos. But I have encountered a lot of men that they don't have that role model. They don't, you know, so it's very hard for them to realize this is how somebody should be treated. This is how a woman should be treated. This is how a wife should be treated. Baby, you know, I'm spilling tea. Just something that I think is very important. And I feel like that also is just not talked about enough. So I do feel like these men, they need a role model. Somebody, anybody. Okay? But that was my last bullet point that I had for you guys. So I gave you guys 20 tips, 20 things that I wish I learned, 20 things that I wish I knew a little bit, you know, ahead of the game in my 20s. And I feel like those were all really, really good points. At some point in my life, one of those things, if not all of them, applied for sure. So I do hope that it was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up as well if you liked it. And let me know if you liked it for sure, because like I said, this is my very first girl chat type video where I am just talking to you guys, dropping gems, and you know, I need to know if you guys like this so I know to do some more. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.